Lamar Jackson is 22. Patrick Mahomes is 24. So let's assume them 10 years in their career, at least, the way things are going. You have the choice. You can take Lamar Jackson at 22, the way he plays, until 32, or you can take Patrick Mahomes at 24, the way he plays, until he's 34. Who you take?
Patrick Mahomes. I don't even have to give it a second thought. Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes every day and twice on Sunday. Patrick Mahomes.
Michael?
It's amazing. You sit there and look at it right now.
Michael?
The completion percentage is within 1% of one another. Because, listen, let's be honest. That's what we asked about Lamar Jackson, right?
Yes.
Is the passing part. We knew he could run, but we asked about the passing. And right now he's sitting there about 1%, less than 1% of completion percentage behind. 3 touchdowns behind Mahomes. Mahomes has 18. And Lamar has 15.
And he missed 2 games.
You're right. Lamar has 5 interceptions, just 1 for Mahomes. And then the running, there's obviously no comparison. Mahomes can move. There's no doubt about that. But
Lamar can run.
Lamar can flat out destroy you with his legs. I'm still leaning toward Mahomes, but in a way where you have to think about this.
I agree.
You have to really.
Mike, I agree.
And it's a lot of it again. Now, let's. 15-17 against Cincinnati, they stink. That's certainly going to help your completion percentage when you do it against a team that's that bad.
The Chiefs play bad teams too at times.
Right.
So, like, I'm willing to call that a wash on both sides and say eventually both these quarterbacks will play enough bad teams to have games where they inflate their stats some.
Lamar Jackson is making this a conversation. Lamar Jackson is making the conversation of, oh my God, this is a league of Pat Mahomes is the new guy in coming up, but boy, the Hall of Famer Drew Brees and Aaron Rodgers are still doing what they do, and that's going to be the test. That's why nobody's putting maybe San Francisco at number 1 because they got to play those 2 quarterbacks, and of course, then there's Tom Brady. Lamar Jackson is legitimately putting himself in the conversation of right at the top of the heap in the NFL right now, and you can't deny that.
Listen.
Oh, no, 100%.
Yeah. I mean, I'm the one who baptized Patrick Mahomes as Hall of Famer Patrick Mahomes, so I would be disingenuous if I didn't still stick with Patrick Mahomes. But my God, the way Lamar is doing this, it's making me recalibrate what I think. Like, I mean, the biggest comparison to Lamar Jackson is Michael Vick in terms of his speed and his running ability, right?
Yeah.
And let's not forget, Michael Vick did miss a season because somebody hit him and he broke a leg. I mean, that did happen in a preseason game. He lost an entire year and broke a leg. So all of that is sort of weighs over me as I try and evaluate this metric. But then I see what he does, and it's like, Mike, I'm with you. It's much closer than I thought it was going to be in my own mind at this point.
I mean, who's missed more time with injury this year?
Patrick Mahomes.
Listen, it's exactly right. We keep saying we hold our breath, but he doesn't get hurt. Because if you flip-flop this thing, if it's Lamar Jackson who all of a sudden has a dislocated kneecap, now we're going, uh-oh. Because so much of his game is based on the fact that he can run the ball. He's throwing it well, don't get me wrong, but he runs the ball as good as any running quarterback or better has ever done in this league. You flip-flop those injuries, and now you're saying, uh-oh, right? Because Mahomes comes back from that injury earlier than thought and throws for over 400 yards. 3 touchdowns, no interceptions.
Right.
So he comes back and, boom, picks up right where he left off. That's going to be the thing about Lamar. But it's an if still because it hasn't happened. If he had an injury like that and he comes back, how is his game going to progress? That's the big worry because, Trey, your line is correct.
Yeah.
You see young running quarterbacks. You don't see old running quarterbacks. But we are in a different NFL of today.
We are.
And if that quarterback can have the wherewithal of a Russell Wilson to protect yourself when you're running, you could be in really, really good shape. But it just looms over you, though, that one hit. You know, just that one spin move, and when you spin right into a freaking safety that just flying downhill on you, but it hasn't happened.
It hasn't happened yet.
It hasn't happened. So right now you got to put him right up there at the top of the league.
Oh, he is a bona fide MVP candidate this season.
Yep.
He is near the top of the heap. But again, when you're asking me for the next decade to flesh it out like that,
I'm still taking Mahomes.
It does. I don't want to turn into a Lamar Jackson detractor because that's
how dare you?
Exactly.
That's what you're doing,
man. Patrick Mahomes, like Lamar Jackson. The other part of it is Greg Roman and that offense have done the perfect thing. Like, they have decided his skill set is going to be our feature in this offense.
Yeah.
We are going to base literally everything we do around what he does well and his specific skill set in a lot of this. With Patrick Mahomes, you could drop him anywhere right now on planet Earth, and he'd be the best quarterback in your offense.
I don't disagree with you there. And to the the completion percentage, but they are making different kinds of throws.
Sure they are.
I mean, my God, the throw that Patrick Mahomes made to get them within field goal range when there was like 30 seconds left in the game to botch it the second time was just ridiculous. And that jump pass to Mecole Hardman was ridiculous. But the Lamar Jackson things are ridiculous too. It's making me rethink it, and that's where I'm sort of at right now, because you're right. It just takes one hit, but nobody's hit him yet.
Nope,
it's ridiculous.
I guess that's why when we look and have all these conversations, because I saw, and I forget if someone asked Lamar Jackson or brought up the idea, well, could this open it up for more teams to think about doing this, or more teams for drafting it? I was like, you assume that you're going to find another guy this special.
Thank you.
I think we also need to recognize that Lamar Jackson, in so many ways, is a gross outlier on the scale of what you're going to find athletically at this position, given the size, given his ability to still complete passes at the rate that he has. Like, all of these things are so far off the median, so far off what we're used to. I don't want it to set a precedent for anything else. It can certainly open a door, but man, you have to be this special to kick it through.
Right. That's the way. Well, let's just find the next guy. What if that next guy doesn't exist? They've been trying to find the next Tiger Woods on tour for like 20 years. That next guy probably isn't around. I mean, that's what makes Lamar's skill set so unique.
And you know what's hilarious is we're having this conversation rightly about these two. Like, all right, even with that, and I guess it's because of his age, but Russell Wilson should be in this conversation too. Deshaun Watson should absolutely be the third. If we're doing a next 10 years conversation and it doesn't involve Deshaun Watson as a choice, we're making a mistake.
I agree.
I was just putting this in context and what we saw on Sunday.
Oh, yeah,
you're exactly
I guess
right.
it's just.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports and analysis, download the ESPN app, and for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus.